You train the same. You slept fine. You even wanted it more. And still, your legs feel like wet cement. Your heart rate is weirdly high, and cramps hit out of nowhere. So you do what everyone says. You drink more water. Then you feel worse. That is not weakness. That is not motivation. That is physiology. When water stops helping, your blind spot is usually electrolytes, and performance starts falling apart in predictable ways. Moving to slide 2. Your performance has 3 jobs, and electrolytes touch all of them. First, you need enough blood volume and stable pressure, so oxygen actually gets delivered when intensity rises. Second, you need fast, clean nerve signals, so your brain can recruit muscle fibers on demand, not with a delay and a stutter. Third, you need controlled muscle contraction and relaxation, rep after rep, stride after stride. Add heat on top and the whole system gets stressed. Sweat is not just water loss, it is mineral loss, and that changes how well you cool yourself and how hard your heart has to work to keep pace. Then recovery suffers, because you finish more depleted than you realize. Get the basics right, and your body stops fighting your effort. Moving to slide 3. Salt, meaning sodium chloride, is the main lever for keeping water where you need it during training, inside your blood volume. When sodium is low, water you drink is more likely to dilute you, instead of supporting circulation. That is when you see heart rate drift, early fatigue, and that heavy leg feeling, even at paces you normally handle. Actionably, think in 2 buckets: daily baseline and session replacement. Baseline matters because you cannot fix a week of low sodium with one sports drink. If you eat mostly whole foods and rarely salt meals, your intake may be lower than you think. For long, hot, or high sweat sessions, plan sodium, not just fluid. A practical starting point for many athletes is 300 to 600 milligrams of sodium per hour, then adjust by sweat rate and how salty your sweat is. Heavy sweaters often need more. The goal is not to chase a specific number. It is to keep thirst, stomach, and output stable. Sodium also protects you from a dangerous mistake. If you drink large volumes of plain water during long efforts, blood sodium can drop too far. That is exercise-associated hyponatremia, and it can be serious. Salt helps you replace what you lose, hold on to the fluid you drink, and keep the signal line steady, so your heart rate does not climb for no reason. Then the spark inside the muscle can do its job. Moving to slide 4. Potassium is the partner electrolyte that mostly lives inside your cells. Sodium is largely outside, potassium is largely inside, and that separation is what lets nerves fire and muscles contract on cue. You do not need to micromanage it during most workouts, but you do need enough in your overall diet because low intake is common, especially if you do not eat much fruit, potatoes, beans, or dairy. Here's the useful way to think about it. Sodium helps you maintain the fluid and pressure that deliver the goods. Potassium helps the muscle cell use that delivery to create a clean electrical signal. They work together through the sodium-potassium pump, which is constantly maintaining that gradient. If potassium intake is chronically low, you may notice more fatigue, weaker contractions, and more sensitivity to cramping triggers. But do not treat potassium like a more is better performance hack. Too much can be risky, especially if you have kidney disease, take ACE inhibitors, ARBs, potassium-sparing diuretics, or have any medical condition that affects potassium handling. For most healthy athletes, the smart move is food first, consistent daily intake, and only modest amounts in sports drinks. Get potassium steady, and the system can stop misfiring. Then you can focus on the mineral that controls release and relaxation. Moving to slide 5. Magnesium is the quiet controller. It helps muscles relax after they contract, and it supports how your body handles ATP, so the energy you produce can actually be used efficiently. It also buffers nerve excitability, which matters when you are fatigued and your system gets twitchy. Low magnesium status is linked with a higher tendency toward cramps in susceptible people, especially when combined with hard training, sweat loss, and low overall intake. The move here is simple. Cover magnesium daily, not in a last-minute panic mid-session. Many people fall short because magnesium-rich foods are easy to miss, like nuts, seeds, legumes, and leafy greens. If you supplement, respect gut tolerance. Too much at once can cause loose stools, which makes hydration and electrolytes worse, not better. Start low, take it with food, and choose forms that are generally better tolerated, like magnesium glycinate, while saving magnesium citrate for people who specifically want the laxative effect. When sodium sets the tank, potassium sets the spark. Magnesium helps the contraction let go, and that is when you finally match what you sweat out. Moving to slide 6. When you sweat, you do not lose minerals evenly. Sodium is the big one, and it varies like crazy between people. Some athletes lose a few hundred milligrams of sodium per liter of sweat. Others lose well over 1,000 per liter, sometimes close to 2,000. That difference is why one person can finish a long run on plain water and another person feels wrecked doing the same thing. Potassium loss is smaller. For most people, it is closer to a couple hundred milligrams per liter, not 1,000. Magnesium is tiny in sweat, usually just a few milligrams per liter. So if your plan is built around replacing magnesium during training, you are solving the wrong problem. Heat does not change your sweat sodium concentration in a simple, predictable way, but it does multiply total losses because you sweat more. Double the sweat rate, and you can double total sodium lost per hour. If you see white salt stains, if your eyes sting, or if your shirt crusts over, treat that as a hint you are a salty sweater, and you will likely need a more intentional sodium plan. Moving to slide 7. Here is the trap. People try to diagnose electrolytes from symptoms. Cramps are not one thing. They can come from fatigue, pacing, and tendon load, not just salt. Fatigue can look like dehydration, even when fluids are fine. Thirst can lag, especially in cooler weather. Headaches can be heat, low fuel, poor sleep, or caffeine timing. When you guess from symptoms, you often replace the wrong thing and miss what actually matters. Moving to slide 8. Salt matters most when the math gets big. Long sessions and races are the obvious case, because small hourly losses add up. Hot and humid conditions push sweat rate higher, and humidity blocks evaporation so you can keep sweating without feeling cooled. If you are a high sweat rate athlete, you can lose a meaningful amount of sodium even in moderate weather. Frequent sauna training is another multiplier. It is still sweat, and it still carries sodium out with it. And if you eat a low-sodium diet on top of heavy training, your buffer is smaller. So the move is simple. Use sodium as a performance tool during long, sweaty work. Think in hourly terms. Start with a moderate sodium target in your drink or foods, then adjust based on your sweat rate and how salty you are. Moving to slide 9. Potassium matters most as a background nutrition issue, not a mid-workout emergency for most people. If you rarely eat fruit, vegetables, beans, potatoes, or dairy, your potassium intake can be low for weeks at a time. Processed food patterns often pile on sodium while still leaving potassium short, and that imbalance can matter for blood pressure.
If you get frequent cramps at rest, especially at night, look at your overall potassium intake before you blame your bottle. During heavy training blocks, your total food intake often shifts toward convenience, and that is when potassium-rich whole foods quietly disappear. Your move is to pick 2 daily anchors, one potassium-rich produce item and one potassium-rich starchy food. Keep it boring and repeatable. When potassium is handled in your diet, your on-the-go plan gets a lot simpler. Moving to slide 10. Magnesium is rarely about what you sweat out. It is more about what you fail to get in, plus stress load. Poor sleep and high stress can increase the chance you notice twitchy muscles and feel more sore, even if magnesium is not the only driver. High caffeine patterns can nudge losses through urine and can also worsen sleep, which compounds the problem. If your diet is low in whole foods, especially nuts, seeds, legumes, and leafy greens, magnesium intake can drift low. Night cramps and restless soreness are common flags, but they are not proof. They are a reason to clean up the basics. Your move is to fix magnesium with food first, then consider a modest supplement if needed, especially in hard training phases. If your body feels wired at night, this is often the mineral that makes the rest of your plan click. Moving to slide 11. Use a simple decision tree. If you did a long, hot, sweaty session, think sodium first. Your losses are mostly salt.
and plain water can leave you lightheaded and headachy. If your diet has been low in fruits, potatoes, beans, and leafy greens, potassium is the more likely gap, especially if you are relying on packaged foods. If sleep has been poor, stress is high, and you feel wired but tired, magnesium is often the missing piece. Do not let cramps alone convince you of anything. Cramps can come from pacing, fatigue, and hydration mistakes, even with perfect electrolytes. Pick one change, test it for a few workouts, and keep everything else steady so you actually learn what works. That is how you get results without creating new problems. Moving to slide 12. Before you add electrolytes aggressively, check the red flags. If you have any kidney disease, or you have ever been told your kidney function is reduced, be careful with both potassium and magnesium. The kidneys are the main exit route, so what looks like a normal dose for one person can accumulate for another. Medication matters. If you take blood pressure meds, ask which class. ACE inhibitors and ARBs can raise potassium, and potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone do the same. So adding potassium on top can become dangerous. Symptoms of high potassium can be subtle at first, but it can also trigger serious heart rhythm issues. So do not treat potassium like a casual supplement. If you are on a loop or thiazide diuretic, you may lose more sodium and potassium, but that still does not mean you should guess. Salt is not harmless either. Some people are salt sensitive, and higher sodium can raise blood pressure, especially if your baseline intake is already high. Magnesium is usually safer, but dose and form matter. Too much, especially citrate or oxide, commonly causes loose stool and cramping. The goal is targeted, not maximal, and that sets you up to build a plan you can repeat. Moving to slide 13. Build your electrolyte plan from your sweat. Estimate how much you lose per hour by weighing before and after, and then match sodium to the heat, humidity, and duration. Keep carbs in the mix during longer sessions, because sodium and glucose together improve fluid absorption and help performance. Use food for potassium most days, like potatoes, fruit, beans, and yogurt, and keep magnesium consistent at night with a modest dose you tolerate. If you want more training nutrition scripts like this, subscribe. Comment with your sport and your longest weekly session so I can suggest a starting approach. This video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes, especially if you have medical conditions or take medications. Better signals, better metabolism, better life.